Hello, welcome back to GamePass Games in 30. So today we're playing a game called Eternal Sands. Now remember there being a game that looks kind of like this one, if I remember correctly, that looked really good when it came out, but everyone complained because it had really bad like dialogue choices, the voice was bad, like it was just all around bad. So we're good. I think this is the game that I'm thinking it is. If it's not, we might add it to the list because this looks like a game that looks a bit like Avowed, like it's a very like magic and questy. So this might be added if it is that sort of game. But if it's a game that I'm thinking it is, it might also definitely not be added. I will know quite early, depending on the character model, whether or not it's the game that I'm thinking it is or not. They also might have fixed it since that first review bomb that it happened. It might be this game or not. For those who don't know how this is, how this works, basically we press play. If there's a cutscene, we watch the cutscene. The time doesn't start until we actually physically control the character. Once we control the character, I start a 30-minute timer on my phone. If we enjoy the game, it gets added to a separate list, and they're the games we complete, and they get played every Tuesday and Thursday at the moment. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. New game, story mode. When we've spawned in the next era, ask what we were willing to risk. Wrangling those carpus.
Was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation, the likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it has lived up to all I hoped it would be. Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began. Oh.
Careful.
Thanks. Bryn, over here.
What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now. You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road. And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous. Just steer clear of the tangles. Any questions before you head out?
Question hubs up below will loop back to other questions. Top option continues the dialogue.
No questions from me. I'm ready to head to the watchtower.
Glad to hear it. You can head out then.
I think this is the game. Just from this visual here. I think this is the game that I'm thinking of. It might also definitely not be. So we'll find out.
On the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like we practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
Okay. We can start skipping cutscenes now because our 30-minute timer has started. It hasn't started yet. Now it's started.
Just this should magnify the enchantment and
Those could be rare exports. You heard our quartermaster. Break them open.
That wall is completely frozen.
we should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
Yeah, this is definitely the one.
If I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Yeah, this is definitely the game.
Knowing the watchtower.
We can't extract you.
Dom, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return. Good. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
For the love of... It's an ash peak drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path. Good. Dom's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the veil, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Aurea, that drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Damn it, Casmin was right. That drake is rutting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
Why would you ever use the...
That drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
Yes.
You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan. What have you got?
Trying, but she's too close to the veil. The tangles.
Too thick, I know.
No, don't just make him fucking leave. Let me fight the dragon. Let me fight the dragon. You can't just put a dragon in front of me and then just be like, yeah, I'm just going to piece this dragon out because we fancy like it. Oh, it's so bad. There's so much there now. This is definitely the game. This is 100% the game.
The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally.
There's codex, which is location, stuff like that. Races, which is different people. Magics. Inventory, quests, loadout. Okay.
Let's.
I'm gonna try and get as much like just game playing as we can. And this is the game that I was thinking of. I was thinking, oh yeah, they I remember them making a game that looks kind of like this that I seen got like destroyed in the reviews. It's definitely this game. 100% it's this game.
I've got you clear as a Sansa summer, Bryn.
No interference on my side either.
The scry connection's much stronger. In fact, we should be able to use the wisp.
The wisp?
Watcher's wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the nearest landmark. Follow the wisp to reach your nearest landmark.
This is definitely it.
perfectly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Hydra's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
I hate the fact that, like, the controls don't feel right for me. That's another thing that I want to complain about.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison it.
Yeah, I can tell you from the feel of this game. This will definitely not be put on my list. They've missed the mark so much on a game like this. Like this feels like a... This feels like it should be like a hard to lose kind of game. Like you shouldn't really be able to fail in a game that's got like quests and magic and stuff, but...
Second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
I'll check it out. A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone. I was right. It is an arc. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll
Best.
An arc of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
doubt my sword is strong enough.
Then there's not much we can do with this for now. Dom seems to have an idea about the loom gate, at least. Two enclave constructs. Neither of them functional.
Going to the camp using the shortcut.
Back to our camp. I could use the wisp to guide you there if you'd like.
Yes, please. Why does the wisp sometimes just not work?
That should be it. According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Yeah, they've madly missed the mark on this game. They could have done so much, like...
We believe the...
Hey, these are a great with the little Terran at come on, but I think
You're supposed to upgrade station camp.
Sola if she could get it, I just need the IDP.
Ah, here we go. On your sword.
Classic design here. There you whenever any now. I'm proud of this one.
That doesn't help though. Be it like the loom gate. They've Yeah, I think they've definitely missed out on a game like this. This feels like these kind of games are so great that if you're not doing it like perfectly right, you might as well kind of. It sounds bad, but you kind of might as well just not do it, right? Because of how many games out there that are this sort of style with quests and stuff like this that are fantasy based as well, like they're like magic and bows and arrows and all this. Like look at Avowed. Like Avowed does it really well. It does it so well that this game kind of just it feels a bit stale because of the fact that Avowed does this sort of game so well. Like Avowed, Atom 4 is again, it's nothing like it, but it's kind of the same sort of vibe.
This must be Hydra's lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
Like Fallout, you've got Skyrim, games like that do it so well that when you get games like this that just miss the mark, it misses the mark so much because of how much it misses the mark. You can kind of feel it just because of the fact that these are the games that I've just mentioned do it so well.
You're coming up on the Ark of the Stricken Earth. With a stronger sword, hopefully the carapace... Catch your breath. When you're ready, you can climb the Ark to attack it from different angles. With everything you've got. Magic isn't coursing through that patch of skin anymore. Move on.
Also, the aiming on this bow is fucking terrible. By the way. I definitely hit. So did that. So did that.
Now that's how it's done.
You are unstoppable, Bryn. I was worried we might lose our chance to get the carapace, but you secured it.
Any concerns about using the Archon Strand, Dom?
Concerns? No.
Yeah, we did the thing.
Excitement? Considerable. We should be able to weave that strand into your mantle, Bryn.
Yay, we did a quest. It just feels so lackluster and like I don't really care if I'm helping. Considering I'm playing like an amazing, I think the problem with this game, right, is the fact that it's like any game ever that ever exists that has a co-conspirator, like has a game that's like it. It's always going to be compared to the like game that's better than it. Like this is always going to be compared to like Skyrim and fucking Avowed and stuff like that. But because of the fact that it's being compared to that, this is never going to be in a conversation with anyone. It's so bad. Like I played it for what, half an hour. And I can't. It's one of the only games like truly I've played so far, like deep down, where I can tell you for a fact I'm never going to play it again.
Alright. With kinetic magic, I should be able to clear the base of the loot gate.
About clearing the base.
All done.
Nice work, Bryn. We should have enough space to work on fixing that pipe now.
So wait, I've got to wait until that circle finishes before I can glint again. That's mental. That's fucking mental. So we're 30 seconds off our
Darters. Sneaky, toxic beasts.
Use your frost. They're vulnerable and can't hide when cold.
Oh, he can't hide anyway because he's fucking dead. So don't worry about that. But that is our 30 minutes up, and I can say genuinely, truly, this is one of the only games that we've played so far that I can say, A, I'm glad that we're finished. I'm glad that we've done this half an hour. And B, I recommend it to no one. Don't play this game. Skip it. If you're watching this video, skip it. But anyway, that has been crafting resources safely through the scare. Don't care. I don't care. It's never going to be played again. The second this goes off my system, I'm going to delete it. Eternal Strands. Don't play. Definitely not going to be adding. Definitely won't even be. Like, if people say I'm going, oh, I've seen this game called Emerald Strands, I'm going to highly recommend them. Do not even look at it. Don't look twice at it. What is now? I know we've got like an expedition game, and then we've got Fable tomorrow. I think they're in that order. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow when we do our next 2 Game Pass games in 30.